Hello viewers, in this session we are going to discuss about minerals continuation, and in this session we are going to discuss about C related compounds minerals such as fluorine, chlorine, iodine. Even though there are several halogens, we are going to discuss only few of them like fluorine, chlorine and iodine and its importance in nutrition and biochemistry. Halo means sea, and these shown in the illustration are obtained from the sea, and sea is also called as halo. Hence halogens means sea derived compounds. Coming to the first compound, that is first one, that is fluorine. Fluorine, which is designated by letter F, and it is widely distributed in teeth and bones as calcium hydroxyfluoroapatite, and it is present in sources like drinking water and fish, tea, etc. Fluorine carries negative charge and hence written as F minus. Fluorine is one of the important component for formation of bones and teeth and its protection and maintenance. The requirement or RDA of fluorine in adults is 2 to 3 mg. The safe limit of fluorine in drinking water is about 1 parts per million ppm in water. The fluorine, if it is excess, then also causes problem, and if the fluorine is less than the required quantity, then also it will affect the body mechanism. So fluorine should not be less also, and also high, it should be taken in normal level. Coming to the function, fluorine is having several functions in our body, and few of them is: one, fluorine is required for proper teeth development. Fluorine prevents dental caries or dental decay by strengthening the enamel of the teeth, and the fluorine ion gets incorporated into the hydroxyapatite to form fluoroapatite of the enamel and dentine, and thereby it prevents the attack of the bacteria which can ferment and cause acidic pH, which is going to decay the enamel part, that is prevented by fluorine. The fluoroapatite is more resistant to destruction by bacterial acids and plaques, making the enamel harder and resistant to bacterial acid attack and thus preventing the dental caries and tooth decay. This fluorine is also available in toothpaste, so that by brushing, the fluorine content of the paste is going to protect our dental by bacterial attack. Deficiency: consumption of drinking water with less than 0.5 parts per million of fluorine leads to dental caries and also osteoporosis. Hence, the sufficient amount of fluorine in drinking water is a must to avoid dental caries and osteoporosis. Topical application of fluoride will result in the formation of fluoroapatite layer on the enamel. This is the artificial method of application of fluorine, which prevents the enamel from decay by bacterial acids. And the excess consumption of fluorine causes fluorosis. The fluorosis is a very important topic one should know. The excess consumption of fluorine causes fluorosis. There are two types of fluorosis: dental fluorosis and skeletal fluorosis. Since fluorine is involved in bone and teeth mechanism, the fluorine, if taken in excess quantity, the bone and teeth get affected. The teeth is going to get affected in the form of dental fluorosis. An intake about 2 parts per million in children causes mottling of enamel, discolorization of teeth. The color of the teeth will change, and also chipping of the teeth, breakdown of the teeth takes place. The teeth become rough with yellow patches on the surface. These manifestations are called dental fluorosis, and you can see in this picture the dental fluorosis above shown, where it affected the teeth, discolorization and deformity of the teeth takes place. Coming to the skeletal fluorosis is going to affect the bone. An intake about 20 parts per million is toxic and causes pathological changes in bone also. Hypercalcification of bones takes place, increasing the density of bones of limb, pelvis and spine are seen. Even ligaments of spine and collagen of bones get calcified. So excess fluorine is going to affect the skeletal in these symptoms. These manifestations are also called skeletal fluorosis. In this picture, you can see skeletal fluorosis where hypercalcification can be seen in the bone and that leading to the deformity of the bone. So, excess of fluorine is also detrimental or harmful, and also decreased fluorine is also harmful for the body. Coming to the iodine, fluorine F minus, similarly iodine I minus, and fluorine ends with INE, iodine also ends with INE, and also we are having chlorine ending with INE, and also bromine. So body contains about 25 milligram of iodine, 80% of it is stored in thyroid glands, and the sources of iodine is drinking water, seafoods, iodized salt, and rich sources are the rich sources. And iodine content of food depends on soil. If it is near the sea, then the soil itself contains iodine, and the food obtained from that soil contains more iodine. Vegetables and fruits grown on seashore are rich in iodine. Hence, people living in the sea area or ocean, they will get sufficient iodine naturally, whereas in hilly areas they will get less iodine. Regions of high altitudes are deficient of iodine content in the soil as well as in water. Such areas are called goitrous belt, where people will get affected from goiter disease, which is a symptom due to deficiency of iodine, especially seen in Himalayan region. Goitrogens. Goitrogens means these are food substances like cassava, sweet potato, maize, cabbage, cauliflower, etc. contains goitrogens which are going to affect the absorption of iodine. Consumption of large amount of these foods will lead to goiter disease. The recommended daily allowance of iodine is about 100 to 150 microgram per day for adults, and in pregnancy up to 200 microgram per day is the requirement of iodine. Functions: the iodine is having several functions. Few of them are it is having a biological function in the formation of thyroid hormones like T3 and T4, tetrahydrothyroxine and trihydrothyroxine. It is also required for the proper functioning of the nervous system. Hence, if deficiency of iodine takes place, thyroid glands get affected, and also nerve related problems can be seen. Deficiency of iodine causes, if you take the uh, recommended dietary allowance less than that, if you take iodine, it will cause deficiency causes goiter. There are two types of goiter: simple endemic goiter and an iodine deficiency disorder is there. Deficiency of iodine in food causes goiter, mainly seen in geographical areas away from sea coast. Far from the sea, the people will get affected because the water and soil contains low iodine content. And iodine deficiency disorder is usually seen nowadays because taking salt which is less in iodine, and this causes hypothyroidism, cretinism, deaf mutism, goiter, and subnormal intelligence can be seen. And administration of iodine salt is advised to prevent this iodine deficiency disorder. This is the illustration showing the enlargement of the thyroid glands, that is called as goiter. Next is chlorine. Chlorine is designated as Cl, and it also carries negative charge, Cl minus. Chlorine is the chemical form. Chloride is the chemical form of chlorine as it appears in the body. Chloride is the major anion in the extracellular fluid (ECF), and it is about 103 milliequivalents per liter. And the chloride shares a parallel relationship in sodium. So chlorine shares a relationship with the sodium in terms of dietary source, excretion, and other conditions. The common salt is the source of chlorine, NaCl. Whole grains, leafy vegetables, eggs, and milk contains chlorine. The RDA of chlorine is nearly 700 mg per day, that is equivalent to 1200 mg of sodium chloride NaCl. Average intake of chloride as NaCl in Indians is about 15 grams per day. Functions: regulation of acid-base balance, water balance, osmotic pressure. The chlorine or chloride is going to have various functions in our body, especially water balance, acid-base balance, and blood pressure maintenance. So regulation of acid-base balance takes place with the help of chloride, and also water balance takes place and along with osmotic pressure. Chloride plays an important role in regulation of water balance, and hence sufficient amount of salt containing food should be taken to avoid dehydration. Formation of HCl. Chloride is essential for formation of HCl in the gastric juice. Chloride is designated as Cl. It combines with hydrogen to form HCl, which is a hydrochloric acid secreted from the gastric glands, which is required for digestion in the stomach. Chloride shift. It is usually seen in hemoglobin mechanism. The enzyme cellulose amylase is activated by chloride. So salt, if you take, it is going to activate the cellulose amylase enzyme secreted from the salivary glands. And the deficiency of chlorine is very rare because it is present in most of the foods, and it is going to affect in the form of vomiting or dehydration, and affecting the osmotic pressure. Thank you very much.